Imagine there's no heaven. It's easy if you try. No hell below us.
Hi guys, it's the Wilson Life. I already made a video today, but I actually wanted to come on and talk about something else that was important to me that I discovered recently. So there's been a lot of new videos about North Korea fluctuating on YouTube, and I know I made a video previously about North Korea, but it was from like the documentary perspective. I'd seen a few documentaries when I made my last video about North Korea, but this time I'm talking about some videos that I saw that were actually posted here on YouTube, and there's been a lot of them that have been leaking out. Now, if you didn't see my previous video, if you don't know anything about North Korea is a very, very secretive country. The way that they do things, the last Marxist, or, I'm sorry, I don't know the proper term on this, but they're a communist country that is by far the most cut off country from the rest of the world. It's like a black hole, basically, of information, because they don't have the internet. Their people don't have the internet, and only just recently has there been a channel on YouTube that's been airing all of these, like, hundreds and hundreds of videos from inside the country. Now, of course, because it's North Korea, a lot of it's very phony baloney, you know, like showing off the study house of the people, and showing off people that are living happily under the communist rule, even though anybody that's studied North Korea at all knows that that's not the case, and that the reunification of the country probably under South Korea would be the only way that these people are going to survive, because they're dying of starvation right now. People in North Korea every day are dying of starvation, and this is in the middle of the richest part of Asia. But I came on here today to say that there's actually some hope. I saw this one news show, I think it was called ArirangNews or something like that. Again, I'll leave a link below. This news show was showing these people and how they were all wearing different haircuts, and things are starting to become a little bit more modernized there. Now, though it might be something as subtle as a change of, you know, people changing their haircut, that's huge, because it means that information from South Korea and the media from South Korea has now leaked into the country. There's a private market system in South Korea, in North Korea, that citizens are kind of running themselves, where there's items that are smuggled in from China, smuggled in from Laos, you know, those Asian countries, from South Korea. Everything is coming to this marketplace. Now, it's extremely hard to get things from China into North Korea, obviously, but it's still happening, and because of this, these people are still surviving through this market system, even though it's technically illegal, and they're risking a huge amount if they go and shop there. But because of these markets, there are actually ways of getting this media has been going into the country. What they'll do is they'll make DVDs and disguise them as North Korean propaganda. Like, it'll be like The Great One or something like that. Like a DVD called The Great One. It'll show a picture of, you know, Kim Jong Il, just like everything else in North Korea. There's a picture of Kim Jong Il, Kim Jong Sung, or Kim Jong Un on it. So, you know, it's like, it's just everything in the country. If you've never seen any documentaries about North Korea, you need to watch them, because they will blow your mind. It's like this insane cult worship of this great leader, and these people are forced to submit to that, or else they could die, and these people have no voices for themselves. And the country is made out to be like some warmongering state, but these people are living in fear. The only reason that they follow these Juche principles, which basically says, you know, like, screw everyone else, we're North Korea, we can take care of ourselves. But a lot of them I don't feel actually well, maybe they do, but you know, when people around them are dying, I highly doubt that they're 100% following this Juche principle. Especially when more and more information is getting out about what's happening in the rest of the world. And because that's one way that Kim Jong-il had his great power, is because he cut them from all of their information. So they thought that, you know, when you're born into this society, you think that North Korean music is the only music. You think that their type of media and dance, they're very limited, boring. I mean, that synchronized dance, yes, it's incredible. But you guys, seriously, would you really want to watch that all the time? In one of the documentaries that was made by the BBC, there were this one very surprising woman who was going on one of these tours was asking all of these questions that nobody would ever dare to ask. Have I ever seen any of the other documentaries? Nobody really asked many questions. But you know, she was talking about how she would say things to these tour guides that would scare the hell out of them, because they thought that if they, you know, because if they say anything against that could be taken as against the great leader, not only them, but their entire families get sent to these death camps. But the bright side of what I'm trying to say here is that now that Kim Jong Un has come into power and people are becoming more knowledgeable because of the media, Kim Jong Un is losing his popularity. Now, they do worship him as a god king, whatever, but as more and more information has come in over the past 50 years, you know, more and more bullshit has really been revealed. You know, people are going to talk, people are going to live their lives, regardless of the fact that they're in a huge amount of fear, and they're continually being watched. They're continually being watched by the government, and the slightest word against the regime could get your rations cut off and your whole family could die. So it's a very, very scary situation. These people need help, and all I've really wanted to do is come on YouTube to, I guess, vocalize about this, because not very many people know about the horrendous conditions that the people of North Korea are living in. And I know it's like, I'm American, you know, they hate Americans, and for the most part the American government has been, you know, fine with just being like not wanting to, I guess, support North Korea. I don't know. The government itself, I know that America has had all sorts of involvement in all sorts of countries, and people are going to come on here and people always bitch about politics. That's the first thing they jump to, and they always just say the same things about how we Americans don't understand and stuff like that. And I don't understand. I don't understand why our government does the things we do, but I see this situation right here. I see these innocent people, these innocent civilians that are dying of starvation in the middle of the wealthiest parts of Asia. You know, you have prosperous South Korea right below it. South Korea is doing fantastic for the most part. Their economy is doing great. You know, they are growing, you know, they're growing in technology, and you know, and it's a normal first world country. And then you have Japan nearby, and then you have, you know, China has its problems, but it's still, you know, it's still a powerful country. And I feel like these powerful countries could definitely come together and help a country as small as North Korea, a very small country. You know, it really, they're all so poor. It would take so little to save these people. It really, I mean, we're talking about a country about the size of Mississippi. I mean, I think that was the comparison they made in one of the documentaries. And I just think that people need to be aware, and they're not horrible people. They're just trying to live their lives, and they're trying to stay safe, and they want their family to be safe. And I feel like the end of the regime will come soon, and I guess I can only hope. So yeah, to anybody that's interested, bye.